Hi, welcome back. We are going to continue our discussion of other part of social welfare system as we did in last video, the senior citizens and the disabled. Are you ready? Here we go! Why do we need to protect underprivileged groups and develop a social welfare system? You can think about it and try to write down your ideas on padlet. We can think about it from the following perspective. Getting older is a life stage that everyone goes through. Think about it. When you become a grandparent one day, you would like to have a perfect welfare system so that you can live well, right? Well, don't get ahead of yourself. You have elders at home, and you would like your family to get proper care in the future. Second, let's talk about practical aspects. If one day, grandparents suddenly becomes terribly ill, without a social welfare system, one parent has no choice but to quit his or her job and take care of grandparents at home. However, after quitting his or her job, the job of taking care of grandparents is not included in our GDP. This will lead to the decline of GDP and limited social development. On the contrary, after implementing the social welfare system, parents can continue to work, and the professional worker will replace to look after grandparents. It not only can create employment opportunities, but also can be incorporated into GDP and allow society to flourish. Now, let's think about one thing. If you are an economically disadvantaged person, being treated unfriendly by society, no matter what you do, you cannot change your situation. Will you still want to work hard? I believe that most people's answer is no, because the effort you give is useless. So we know that we are willing to work hard because we believe it will work. Therefore, we should actively create a place where people will willing to make effort and provide opportunities for underprivileged groups to make efforts, so that the whole society can become better together. After understanding the importance of social welfare system, let's take a look at the social welfare system for the elderly. Have you ever heard of granny dumping? This term was first identified by the Japanese sociologist Fujita Takanori. In recent years, there has been a large number of elderly living in lower middle class lives in Japan. The lack of manpower resources for long-term care has made their life difficult, which will only worsen in the future. Back in Taiwan, there has been a lot of discussion in recent years about healthy life expectancy. Healthy life expectancy is the actual number of years a person lives after deducting the number of unhealthy immobile years before death. The Ministry of the Interior will regularly announce the healthy life expectancy of nations. The average surplus life minus the healthy surplus life is the number of unhealthy survival years. No matter the term granny dumping or life expectancy, both indicate that all the countries are gradually becoming an aging society and will face many challenges. The United Nations had also announced the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, hoping that by improving the social welfare system for all ages, we can promote medical development and achieve SDGs Goal 3 to ensure and promote healthy life and well-being for all ages. In addition to elderly care, the rights of people with physical disability must also be taken seriously. In 2019, a Committee of Community Building Management in Taipei openly refused Children Are Us Foundation to run a small store in their building. Such action not only violated Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, but also violated Person with Disability Rights Protection Act. They could be fined in accordance with the laws. The law has stipulated that people with physical disabilities cannot be discriminated against. However, this kind of invisible discrimination is still inevitable. In addition, physically challenged people are often seen as poor and needed for help. However, such thought can easily leave them with no opportunity to display their specialty. How can we avoid discriminating and avoid weakening their competence at the same time? Goal 10 of 2030 Sustainable Development Goals aims to reduce inequality within and between countries by protecting the rights of people with disabilities. In recent years, the concept of independent living for disabled people has been promoted, and the government has also cooperated with civil organizations to implement it. For physically challenged people, independent living is about taking control of their own lives, deciding their own affairs, and choosing the lifestyle they want. They also have to take responsibility for the consequences of those decisions. People with disability don't have to complete all the life tasks to live independently. It hopes to help them live the life they want by making an independent living plan and combining personal assistance to complete the task under instructions. As we mentioned in the previous video, social welfare is the concept of a safety net. Social insurance, social allowance, and social assistance are aiming to avoid any risk in our daily life. Social welfare systems allow us to live with dignity when accidents happen and mitigate impacts. Besides, everyone lives under these social systems and no one is an outsider. As a result, please show your empathy when someone suffers from the pain and has more health care resources. When someone strives for equal labor rights, don't complain. When migrant workers come to Taiwan to work, please be grateful and respect them. When the elderly and the disabled receive social allowance, please appreciate the social value of common good. Our society is built and supported by everyone. I hope that after watching this series of videos, you will affirm the social value contained in our social welfare system and put this spirit into practice in our lives. Thank you for watching all our videos. If you want to learn more, you can go back to watch the previous videos, hoping you have better understanding to the social security system.